Hi, our group is group number 17 and today we are going to discuss about programming languages.
Let's consider about the brief introduction of the programming languages. Programming languages is a system of notations for writing computer programs. The descriptions of the programming language is usually split into two components. They are syntax and semantics. There are two types of programming languages. They are high-level languages, low-level languages. High-level programming languages means that languages of writing computer instructions in a way that easily understandable and close to human language. Python, JavaScript, Visual Basic, Perl, PHP, C++, Java are the examples of the high-level programming languages. Low-level programming languages means programming language that provides little or abstractions of programming concept and is very close to written actual machine instruction. Machine language and assembly language are examples to that low-level languages. Programming languages mainly has two components, syntax and semantics. Syntax means programming language surface. It contains grammar and punctuation marks. Semantics mean meaning of the program code.
Now let's see why is the concept introduced. The programming language was created for high-level scientific, mathematical and statistical computations. Computer programming languages were invented to make it easier to develop computer programs. Before this, programmers had to code a computer in the machine instructions for each processor to make it easier to program computers. Otherwise, you would be creating computer instruction by toggling physical switches on the front panel of the computer. Very tedious and time consuming and error prone. Programming is about creating instruction for a computer to perform. Programming languages enable humans to interact with machine and make them perform necessary operations. Machine and human think very differently. So, programming languages are necessary to bridge the gap. The first computer programming language was created in 1883 when a woman named Ada Lovelace worked with Charles Babbage on his very early mechanical computer, the analytical engine. Ada Lovelace invents the first ever machine algorithm for Charles Babbage's different machine that lays the foundation for all programming languages. Before programming languages, each computer was programmed in a machine-specific assembly, which meant that programs were not portable and difficult to program. The first programming languages tried to have more general programs and a level of abstraction on assembly. The first languages were probably COBOL and Fortran.
Let's see a small comparison with the similar approaches. Java and Python have many similarities. Both languages have strong cross-platform support and extensive standard libraries. They both treat everything as objects. Both languages compile to bytecode, but Python is compiled at runtime. They are both members of the Algol family, although Python deviates further from C or C++ than Java does. C is the foundation of Python. Both C versus Python can be used in multi-threading. As Python is object-oriented, it has its own garbage collector, whereas in C, user has to manage memory on his own. C has compiled language.
In this slide, we discuss about similarities between C++ and Python. They both procedural or imperative languages with object-oriented programming needed in for good measure. The ASCII character set is used by both languages. When we discuss about the similarities between Python and PHP, both of the languages are fairly simple to grasp and master. This is very important when you want to learn a new language. Documentation. The both languages have custom-made IDEs for all major operating systems, many added features. If we discuss about similarities between Python and Scala, both Python and Scala share the similarities of functional and object-oriented paradigms, resulting in a similar syntax. Despite this, Scala may be a tad complex for beginners since it packs many high-level functional features.
Then we can consider about the recent advancements of programming languages. Considering the recent development of programming language, we can draw attention to some of the newly introduced programming languages. Programming languages emerge and existing ones evolve rapidly to address new challenges. We can discuss advancements in three ways. There are advancements in current languages, new programming language trends. Popular programming languages recent improvements. Python, a faster interpreter, more intelligible errors, more powerful type hints. JavaScript, top level await, reg exp match indices, error course. Java, autoboxing, pre-main method, functional interface, method referencing. Ruby, remote debugging. C Sharp, record structs, global using directives, extend property patterns. You can see some newly released programming languages. BOSC programming language, designed by Microsoft research computer scientist Mark Maron. He describes BOSC as an effort to move beyond the structured programming model. In structured programming paradigm, flow control is managed with loops, conditionals as subroutines. BOSC does not use loops, mutable state and referencing equality, which are some of the sources of complexity. New programming language trends: no code, low code, and code gen. Low code and no code development facilities are creation of applications of entire software products via platforms that allow people to design programs without having a write code or use a traditional programming language. Example: auto-generated AI code in Google Collaborative Notebook. AI can take even higher level instructions and generate code drawing from many sources. Hype around Web 3.0 and Metaverse is also shaping programming languages subtly. Languages of the future may include visual images of data transformations. They might also involve blocks that enable tactile sensory devices to be included, so that even individuals with vision impairments would be able to develop programs. The dominant programming languages of the future will also be universal in that it will be support all developers regardless of their spoken language. This is the end of our presentation. Thank you.